Greetings, sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. This is Body-Culinary, and I wanted to stop in today just to check in. And I have a question. Do you all think that we can have both neat, easy, like really ease, comfort, like quick go-to hair, and have wild lioness hair? Adding to that, the fact that you may also have very, very fine, not dense, cottony, afro textured hair. Do you think it's possible to have the best of all of those worlds? I'd love to know what you think. So we're gonna chat about that, right? Because I'm always thinking, why can't we have, that get up and go hair? Why can't we just, take a shower, our hair get wet, and we can go? I wondered this as a little girl as I look at some of my vanilla counterparts, and I remember those commercials. What was it called? Bouncing and behaving hair. And I used to think, I wish my hair could do that. I wish my hair could bounce and behave. So if you're interested in that little conversation, feel free to stay tuned. And this is my little quickie style of the day. When I say quick, I mean quick, not even 2 minutes, because I've got other things to do. And I only want to play in my hair by choice. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Body Culinary, professional chef, personal trainer, mother, natural born woman. I'm loving this body temple that I have been assigned. Shout out to you, whatever your expression is. And on this channel, I love to share some of my journey of radical self acceptance, really celebrating and appreciating and being creative with the unique features, the unique DNA marker that I have been divinely assigned while here on this side of the dirt. And I also love to share motivation and encouragement to three leverage lifestyle practices that we can all have access to wherever, if you're in a little small room, an apartment, a house, lifestyle activities that give us something back for the investment of our time. And those lifestyle practices, I'm calling them our flower and Afro flower practices. They are garden therapy, has so many benefits. Uh, Cultivating or restarting, reactivating a personal movement practice, and also what I like to call peaceful consumption, food that loves you back. Food that, while it is at the same time delicious and colorful, is also nutrient dense, in contrast to substances masquerading as food. And it is pouring torrents over here right now, which is great because it's been over 100 and something degrees for some days now, and my bunnies have been getting overheated. Greetings, greetings. So, food that loves you back, that doesn't deposit a lot of waste on your waistline. Food, when I say peaceful consumption, the context that I'm saying it in is food that is peaceful to your arteries. As someone that's had lots of acne, food that is peaceful to your skin, to your liver, right, which is responsible for metabolizing fat and is going to determine, as it cleans the body out, what our skin is looking like. Food that is peaceful to your thyroid gland. I know we like to focus on the skin and the muscles, but our internal glands are key to our secretion of hormones, which are responsible for all the metabolic processes in the body. So, food that your body, your cells at a cellular level, right? We're 1 trillion cells, or if not a little bit more than 1 trillion cells that are communicating with each other. And they are living cells. And cells eat and they poop. So, are we eating food, real food, that our cells can recognize? Because the body's very intelligent. It's cleansing and building all the time. So, that's the litmus test that I have come up with that has worked for me. And it has been my personal movement practice and also the food, the whole, fresh, living, unprocessed foods, peaceful consumption, as I like to call it, that has allowed my skin to clear up. And I spent my money on everything over the counter at the pharmacy and everything natural in the health food store and the food co-op. And that's what did it, quite simply. So it has been very freeing to just not be beholden or a slave to yet one more product, rushing frantically to the beauty supply store and to the pharmacy for more stuff. It was very liberating, actually, to toss my shower caddy in the garbage. And I have no intention on bringing it back. Now, I put food on my face, so I'll tell you the truth. All that food that I'm spending money on at the wholesaler or where I'm located now, supplementing what's in my garden with what I find from local farmers, that's my product, y'all. that's what I have been taking in internally. And you know what's really so interesting? What is so interesting is that I have been getting this little teeny little channel that just hit like 2,000 subscribers. Welcome to this little corner of the internet. I've had a few folks reach out to me about trying their products. And actually, this was something maybe I will chat a little bit about that this evening before we get off. So I was really thinking about it in my quiet moments. I'm an early riser. I really find that your mind is so clear around 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. It's astounding. Try it. Join me for early morning goal setting and journal writing. So in any event, feel free to comment respectfully, share or like the videos if you find any kind of value here. Also, it's a great idea to replay for support for yourself. I'm big. One of my secret weapons is being unapologetic about creating support for myself. So what does that look like? That looks like I either have my yoga, my stretch mat, my movement mat laid out in a certain area, or I'm cutting fruits and vegetables, or I'm decluttering usually when I'm watching something on YouTube. So I'm getting more bang for my buck. I really love leverage activity. So I'm getting something back from my time. If I'm going to have, be on the screen and stuff is coming into my brain, into my ears, I want to get something back from my time. For those of you that have reached out and that are interested in coaching, feel free to check out Fit Flowah. There's an application. Actually, if you go in the About section of Body-Culinary on this page, you'll find my email address is info@body-culinary.com. And there's also a link to the Body-Culinary server. And at some point, you'll need to verify yourself. So I know that there's an actual human being, a respectful human being on the other end. And Flowah Fit, this Flowah Fit, I've done classes that are for community that are co-ed. This, however, is a safe space for women. And there's an application to see if that's a good match for you. There's a portion of it that is paid, that's very affordable. And there's a portion of it that is you come as you are with, with some good energy and with a desire to create a safe space and community and support. So feel free to check that out. There's a guide for folks that are looking to change the way that they're eating. Whole living foods in the hood with menus to fit your budget. That's all whole, fresh, living, unprocessed foods. There are pictures, sample budgets, sample menus. Maybe at some point you'll come take class with me. There's also a raw vegan cakes workshop that's available on body-culinary.com. I do think it's very important that we have some treats to look forward to. That can go a long way in keeping us on the straight and narrow so you enjoy your lifestyle. If you have some acne, as I have had truckload of acne, my face is looking like the sidewalk, you can check out Natural Beauty No Products. That's available on body-culinary.com. And over here in this little corner of the internet, Natural Bodies Matter. I invite you to celebrate your breasts, into breast massage and checking out your body to make sure that it's growth free, knowing that your body's not an inanimate object, right? We deserve to feel comfortable in our own hair and skin. So you can play around with makeup. There's nothing wrong with that. However, there's nothing like the freedom of being comfortable in your own skin. You might be one of those people that's taking on the challenge of seeing what your hair can do, even if it's fine and if it's cottony. What can it do? Maybe you're not deciding to be courageous and you just want to be free. So there is a video on the Afro Flower challenge on this channel. So you can just pull that video up. So in any event, can we have freedom hair, a lioness mane if you have very, very fine hair? I love the look of Valerie June's hair. I love Selena Cordoba L on YouTube. Love me some Salcus Ray. Oh my gosh, and her artwork. Ingrid from Toronto. What's her name? Nonconformist Eyewear. Adette Wellington. Toomey Johnson. Those are some of my favorite hair icons. Again, I can appreciate makeup and the different creativity. We're so creative with flowers and styles and painting things on ourselves. However, for me and my lifestyle, I prioritize health and confidence over the moving goalposts of beauty. I bow out. Yeah, I can do that. I got other things to do with my time, like the garden. I want to play with the bunnies and all that other good stuff. So this is so simple. right? So here's my quickie style of the day. These I invested in a long time ago. I bought some of these before I started traveling. And the ones I got from the beauty supply store in Brooklyn were much bigger. And I love them because they look like a Rasta-Tam. They're not 100% cotton. There's like a blend, and so it's not sucking all the moisture out of my hair. And also there comes a time where your hair is not fitting all the way inside the shower cap. And let's say it's winter, or you just don't want your hair to get soaking wet. You may want to find something to cover your hair to push it up underneath the shower cap. And I just don't have access to a lot of things where I am. Sometimes I forget it's a different population over here. So usually you're going to be overpriced, and it's just not the accessibility. So shout out to BK and Just For Me and all those beauty supply stores. So I ordered some of these whenever I would order some things from the States. And I'm just going to take this off, deconstruct it. When I ordered these, I found it wasn't as big as the original ones that I had. I was like, dang, I don't really like it. And I ordered it. I know I talk fast. I'm going to slow down. I ordered these in different colors because I'm in the garden so much. I choose to be a little conscientious of them not just looking like a ragamuffin because I don't mind ragamuffin stuff, but looking like a ragamuffin just because I'm in the garden. So this has gotten a little stretched out. So I had several of these in several colors. I've given them to some of my friends that have come to visit me. But I love to repurpose things. And I found these make a great, fantastic headband. And so instead of tying a scarf, I can use these. And this works perfect. I believe these came in a set of 6. And I got some with pastels. And they were very inexpensive. And I got some with pastels and some with primary colors in red and blue and orange. And these are perfect. Like if you don't feel like tying your hair in a scarf, this goes on so easy. It can also cover the whole head. So I'm like, this is cute. I like this. I found a whole new purpose for this. So hooray. I wish I had made these, but I didn't. But, we can't do everything. So this works as a nice alternative to a scarf. And with my quickie style today, so you see, I like to deconstruct. That's my idea of a tutorial, right? So I had this on, and you can also layer these 1 or 2 with colors. And I would have never thought I would be rocking a hairnet, but child, this is one of my favorite things right now. And they have these hairnets. Some of them I found, just started using these in recreating some vintage inspired styles. This one's a little bit thicker. They have some that are really, really thick. And so this one is my favorite because my nails have been really growing. And sometimes my nails will rip through these. So they come in a packet of 2 or 3. This one is not too thick. It is not too thin. And even though my hair is kind of brownish, you can't see this much. So I can put this right on my locks, and I can tuck my hair under. So instead of rolling my hair, this saves you so much time. These hairnets, right? And it has like a little something on the side, I guess, where it's gathered on either side, but you can really just tuck that under. And so this is just my hair is recently rinsed. I'm rinsing my hair quite often. I've had 33 locks for a while, and 2 of them, I only know because I don't have a lot of hair. It looks full because I have decided to embrace the fro at the base of it. So it grows wider and flat rather than round. And I'm totally okay with that. So I have 2 locks or 4 locks that I'm combining into 2. And I'm doing a little experiment to see how long it takes for them to lock. So I have put 2 very loose ponytail holders in here. So rinsing it and washing it, I'm testing it out. It's only been like a week to see, because I know my hair can mesh together very quickly. So I'm looking to see look at that. And this is not even a week, how long it takes for it to mesh, right? So although my hair is fine, it does join together very quickly. So I find rinsing helps with that. Not too tight, just this one and one more that's right here. So this is not too tight. I don't want indentations. If your hair is very, very fine, you may want to be conscientious of putting thin rubber bands. If you use coconut oil and oil in your hair, I found in the garden with a hot sun, the rubber bands can melt into your hair. So you see how some people were calling this a soft wave, but it has like almost a little bit of a curl without me using any curlers. And so what I did today is, all I did was take maybe 4, because again, I only have 31 locks now. And This is going to be my swoop, right? So I put the hairnet on it. Now, mind you all, I don't have a mirror. So let's see how this goes. So I'm not doing any oiling. Nope. I'm not doing any parting. Nope. I'm not doing none of that. I just don't want to. It's not that I want to look like, slovenly or unkempt. I do love washing and bathing and scrubbing and massaging. However, I just don't feel when it comes to health that it should be complicated. I don't think our hair has to be complicated. So that's why I call this freedom hair. This is freedom. I'm like, oh, I don't have to sit in a salon for hours, make appointments, travel to get my hair done. My hair can get wet. This is like reclaiming freedom and sanity, of which women we could use a lot more of, right? So we have some space to relax, right? So I can't see it that much. So I just put the hairnet on the back, and I'm going to put the little sleeve on here. And again, they come in different colors. I'm loving the pastels right now. Boom, boom, boom. You can open it wide if you like. And I do not know how to mirror these cameras or the camera, whatever you want to call it. And then I simply just take this. Now, again, if my hair had not locked, because I did not intend for my hair to lock, it would be in loose double strand twists. So all the styles that I do, I would do the same thing with very loose double strand twists. Why? Because I found it is very complimentary for those of us with very fine hair, so we can stop struggling and fighting and feeling a lot of frustration about our hair not coming out like the tutorials. I find that kind of stressful, and that could be kind of like a little letdown for us. So all I'm going to do is take the swoop. Now, mind you, I could probably adjust this more if I had a mirror. So I'm working with what I got. So all I'm doing is a little swoop, and I can adjust. I do different things with this swoop. Sometimes I'll make a little cinnamon roll out of it, and I can simply, right, this reminds me of vintage styles, right? And so I find this looks kind of like a little neater, right? So this is quick. This is almost like no work. Oh my gosh, what a relief. You can tuck a little bit in, but I don't have any pins. And I find it's very complimentary. I think it's very feminine. I can't find the other little ones that are sticking out, but you get the drift. Seconds, minutes, that's it. I can't find the other one. I can't see. But y'all, again, let me see. Let me turn real quick. Somebody want to be set free from all of this hairstyle in these salons, right? And you can't really see, even though my hair is brown, I don't think this is that distinguishable. So, freedom. You tuck the other little hairs in there. So, that's our neat style. I don't have oil running in my face, which I don't think is good. Let's get some water. If you have a lot of acne. All of those products, especially in the heat and in the garden. Hopefully everyone is starting their little garden, right? And I will say, although I don't claim Rasta, there are many things about the culture or just the diaspora culture in general that I love. And sometimes just on GP, you want to shake up your knots, right? I'm like, I want to channel Valerie June. And who knew my little teeny tiny fine hair could get a little bit of a mane, child, honey. That's a discovery. That's an epiphany. So I have trimmed it several times. I'm sure I will trim it more and I feel more confident even in trimming the areas that I used to wear a lot of beads and shells being creative. I mean, I would stay up sometimes for hours, double strand twisting and putting beads inside of my hair because I just like the creativity of it. So with very fine hair, I find it's taxing. Pulling on the hairline, which I don't have to do, and pulling. These were fluffy locks, right? So these are matured now. Now these are very compact, right? This is like, some of my locks are like 2 or 4. So that goes to show you how fine my hair is. Again, it looks full because it's going this way wide as opposed to really round and cylindrical, right? So let me see if you can see. So they're all flat. And I know many folks may not care for flat locks. Well, honey, I'm loving this. I'm free. I'm not going back. I'm not doing this. Is an epiphany. I wish I had known about this as a child. So I think we can have the best of both worlds, y'all. This is freeing. You can have a little lioness mane. Yes, you can. I think even some folks, if you go back in the community section, or even if you look at the initial video on this channel that says, "What is body culinary?" and you'll see, I thought my hair was full back then. I actually had a twist out. If you look at that video, that was a twist out, a double strand twist out. And I was like, wow, I'm not going to call it struggle here. Be careful of the words you use when describing yourself. But I thought my hair was fuller then. And I was like, wow, my hair was so teeny tiny. So it's thickened in the sense that it can really flourish for me, not handling it so much, just pulling, 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 pulling. Now it's more spongy here, and it has a natural sheen, right? It has a shine. It doesn't have. It has a natural sheen on its own. It's just not oily, and it's light and it's fluffy. So with the light and fluffiness, all the oil, when I used to put on initially, it feels great. But very soon thereafter, a day or two after, it starts to get really compact. And I even found with my fine hair, sometimes it started to get kind of stiff. So this is a different feeling. It's another level I found of retraining your eyes and your hands to what your hair really feels like. So you're literally going along for the ride, should you so choose, to see what your hair can do. Also, what your skin can do. I remember they used to show the skin bleaching and skin clearing products that say it takes, what do they say? It takes 4 to 6 weeks for your skin to clear. But I've noticed as someone that has had acne, and every time I would get more bumps after my skin cleared up, my skin will be all clear, and then one big gigantic zit will be on my face. It takes 4 to 6 weeks for your skin to clear anyway, just for the marks to fade on their own. So just through experimentation, right? There are a lot of insights and epiphanies and clarity that you'll get on your own. So yeah, I've found, let me know what you think. We can have the best of both worlds. We can have something that looks neat. It can be corporate. It can be dressed up. This little style that I've been wearing. That's something that back in the day we would have to have our hair pressed or permed. I think I had a perm with that same style. I find it actually looks better now with my locks, revisiting some of these styles. I call that a mushroom. We used to have it going down all around, and I would get it pressed, and then we would put those pink foam rollers and roll it up. It was called we called it a mushroom. I remember calling it a mushroom. I also remember, I think that was on 3rd degree, tiny little 3rd degree burns on my ears. So you can pay me to go back. There's nothing more complimentary and more exquisite and more fitting to me than my hair. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to shave my nose. Are you kidding me? You can pay me to alter my lips. You can pay me to alter my derriere. Nada. You can pay me to alter my my tetas, my breasts. I'm just so happy that they're healthy. That's the main priority, that they're healthy. By the way, there are a couple of videos on this channel too called an impromptu beauty conference. And this is not a channel to divide us on who has a perm, who has a weave. I had a Jerry curl and gold teeth, a gold tooth, and a wig at one time. Believe it or not. So we're all on our journey. We don't need one more thing to divide us, right? To shame each other or to shame ourselves, right? I'm over here minding my own little beeswax, and that in itself is a whole journey. So find where you are, get in where you fit in, and get in on your journey. And you're welcome to share your progress, right? You're welcome to come and goal set with me in the morning and sit for relaxation and some deep breathing. But yes, I think we can have it all. Who knew? I don't even need oil in my hair. I don't have to do anything. You got to be kidding me. That's what I'm calling this, child. This is freedom here. This is freedom. Imagine your daughters, their hair, they can have this experience of letting their hair grow on the ground to the floor and cut it and curl it, whatever. We don't need the heat. We don't need all the products. Just keep it clean. Freedom. They can go run and play with not pulling, be light and fluffy. And it's a unique, I think it's the most unique DNA marker of any human being. Nobody else has this, y'all. Shout out to all my other human counterparts with all your beautiful features. But this is something that we have, and I've never gone to a country, and I've been to quite a few countries where I have not received compliments. Whether my hair was barely a peach fuzz, a little short afro, pessy and pessy, like now what they do with the little sponge, double strand twists. I've never been anywhere where I don't receive compliments, and I would not consider myself the classic beauty, right? I wouldn't. And I'm okay with that. I've decided to choose health and confidence and how I feel about myself in a way that nobody can take away from me. Whether however you feel about me or your opinions, yeah. And that's like a vaccine. I think it's good for us to boost our immunity in terms of our mental and emotional stability and engaging in those lifestyle practices. Believe it or not, each time you go into your garden, each time you get up early, I know it's challenging for some folks. If you were to catch me 4:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, the early bird gets the prize. By 6 o'clock, workouts done, goal setting done, lots of cleaning and done, and even some food is prepared for the day. So when you get up early, after a while you get used to it, and it's a lot of time that we're likely given away to programs and other people that don't deserve it, and we're not getting something back. It's not necessarily a good investment on our time. So whatever we're doing is everything we do is really a mentality. It's not about dieting and deprivation is mentality. Eating the best high octane quality fuel is a mentality. So it's a different I'm big into the paradigm switch because it is so, when you get clear, it becomes effortless, it becomes a no-brainer, it becomes more pleasant. It's not so much of a struggle. So I just wanted to come in today. Let me know. I've been posting some of my little styles in the community section. I think I'm going to be posting more on food. I'm getting some hints from some of my folks that to share some more food on this channel. So maybe doing some more of that, and some of that stuff content I'm sharing on private platform on Body-Culinary. So you can look forward to streaming of more whole living and unprocessed foods classes. So the cakes workshop is already there if you want to make some raw vegan cakes without any agave nectar, any honey. You don't need a dehydrator. So again, similar to the food, it's similar, to the hair. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's wonderful. And you don't have to worry about your hair, and you don't have to worry about the food anymore. And you couple that with your garden becomes such it's something to look forward to. You're just like, and your personal movement practice becomes the bestest part of your day in terms of having a way to get a physiological release, to train athletically, get your beast mode out, to train very assertively and aggressively. Sometimes we need that energy and that internal dopamine shot. So your movement practice can become the best part of your day. And during the early day, that's a really sweet time. It's really wonderful when you can look forward to your lifestyle practices that will ground you, that will stay with you throughout the years, that are the investment into the 401k of your body. What do you need your body to do for you the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years? This is your best investment. There are some things coming down the pipeline that we want to be preparing for, and not waiting until a diagnosis or a crisis before we get serious about prioritizing self-care as a leverage activity. All right, y'all, so I'm going to jump off. I hope you all are enjoying your Friday and that your weekend is off to a great start. I'd love to hear from you. I'm hearing so much positive feedback. You can check Body-Culinary out on TikTok. You can find me as Kwasa with a K. Kwasa Peaceful, like full belly mango. Kwasa Peaceful Eating. And you can also meet my bunnies, Magical and Kitty Coo. You can check out Kitty Coo on YouTube. It's fantastic African animation, one of my favorite cartoons. Look for the French with the English translations, right? You can also find Body-Culinary on Instagram. Where am I? Instagram, little on Facebook. And here on YouTube, right? Anyway, y'all create a great rest of the evening. Hopefully you all get some good quality restful sleep. You may want to be mindful of what are the last things that you're ingesting as you go into your deep sleep. I know whatever I'm talking about late in the evening usually will go right into my dreams, right into my subconscious. So be careful, be mindful of what you consume. See y'all soon. Feel free to like, comment respectfully, and subscribe.